What's up, you guys? So today we're reacting to a video that's called Married at Your Own Risk, and I got it from Obodo TV. This video I don't know a lot about. I'm going to react as I see the video, so let's begin. Hello, my name is Nkem and this is Knkemtv, where we do a bunch of shenanigans. So like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share, because that's how we're growing and we appreciate it. What's up, you guys? So today we're reacting to a video from one of my favorite YouTubers that talks about relationships in general, but she talks across the board, and that's why I love her channel. It's Obodo TV. I have actually commented on her channel. I actually be in my feelings on her channel. It's a fun place. If you would like, I will leave her channel down below. I don't know if I reacted to a video of hers before. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I would know. So I'm going to react to this video, and I'm going to start from a place in the video because she describes how she got this video. It was a young girl on her Instagram talking about a friend introduced her to her brother, which he is in Nigeria and she is in the diaspora, and he has 3 kids, and she's a virgin and a Christian with no kids. So I'm gonna let her tell you what hypergamous is, which means marrying somebody that is below your financial status. And now we're going to go from there.
Anyway, I want to talk about hypergamy and why it doesn't work for women, especially African women. Now, hypergamy simply means marrying somebody of a lower economic or social status than yourself. Men usually practice it across the world. Okay? The reason why I believe it doesn't work in our own setting, in African culture, is because it's not that it doesn't work 100%, but most times it doesn't. So let's say maybe 99% it doesn't work. There are 2 dimensions to it, in my understanding. The first is the fact that even in the Bible, the man was introduced to the woman, or the woman was introduced to the man to be a helpmate. A woman is supposed to be a helper. You are supposed to marry a man, help him with his vision, help him with, with his life, and you help one another, but you are a helper. You're not the main leader. The man is the leader, if you're looking at it from a scriptural.
That's why I believe it in equal parts, is because based on our society today, a lot of young women feel like a man should just take care of them. Like, that's it. I should move in with a man, take care of me, buy me stuff. I don't want to clean the house. I don't want to cook. I don't want to take care of the house. I just want you to buy me stuff and have me sitting at home all day doing TikToks and reels. I want to be a tread wife. If you don't know what that is, look it up, or I can put the definition at the bottom. And that is a part of our society now also. A lot of women would like to be a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home girlfriend, or however you stay at home. But in reality, in our society, the economy, it ain't working like that. You got bills and responsibilities just as well he has bills and responsibilities. So you sitting at home doing nothing is a no-no. No, ma'am. That's just the truth. If a wife has to step out of the house and work, then that is a part of being a health mate also. So this is why I said I'm in equal parts. If you could afford to stay home and that's what you want to do as a wife, stay home. But if you know you can't afford it, a health mate works both ways. To help both of the household and your husband, or to make sure the house is taken care of. Not everybody can afford to have their wife sit at home. Although I'm pretty sure some guys would really love that, and some guys would hate it. So it's based on the couple, based on and she's using this as an example. I'm just using a job in general, not to say that marry a broke man. First of all, I don't care who you marry. I don't care what his financial situation is. My thing is, you need to be more open. And you need to have boundaries, whether it's you want him to have a job. If you marry somebody that does not have a savings or a banking and all that, that should be your first red flag. And the reason why is you don't never want to be with somebody that you have to take care of. So I'm on the take care of your wife fully 50-50, but make sure he has his ducks in a line, in a crossroad. Baby, you don't never want to be with somebody that cannot provide for you if something happens. And this is vice versa. So that should let you know.
The wife is supposed to help the husband. So if a man does not have anything he's doing, what are you going to help him with? And this has caused a lot of frustrations that have led to broken marriages that I know of. Because again, as women, because we are nurturers, we are mothers, we always want to try to make things better. A good woman always wants to make things better for everybody in their life, especially it's a natural thing that comes to us as women. Now, looking at it from the cultural aspect as well, in our tradition, as far as I know, it is a man that marries a woman. A woman does not marry a man. A woman does not pay bride price. It is the man that will come to the woman's family and say, I want to marry you. Your daughter, I've seen a rose in your house, a flower, whatever way they put it. And then they consult with the family, marry the woman, bring the woman to the man's house. It's not the other way around. So when we try to do it the way that is not, it doesn't align with this, what I've explained in terms of looking at it from the cultural and spiritual angle, it backfires. A lot of us we've done struggle love in the past. And it always ended in tears. I'm also now saying it with my full chest that women practicing hypogamy always backfire. The man is the one that should have a vision. He should have a dream. He should have something he's doing before he can be thinking of marrying you. When you are the one that has the upper economic, social status and value, that man, it takes only very few men to feel confident enough to not see you as, oh, you want to tell me what to do, you want to control me. There's an element of control or power that comes in relationships. And because men have this huge ego that threatens this ego, unfortunately some, actually a lot, have fragile egos. And so you have to be walking on eggshells. And if a man is not very confident, it's a lot of work always trying to reassure someone that, oh no, I didn't say this because I have more money than you. I didn't do this because I'm the one that owns the house we live in. It's too much work.
Okay, so now she's getting into the part that I got into at the beginning. It's an ego thing. When all the cultural things, that don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, it is the person that you're marrying and not the items or the bank account. So when it comes to a man ego, it's where the problem lies. It's going to always fall down to that part. Because at one point, when your husband is used to being the breadwinner and used to doing what he has to do about money and not having to come to you about how to spend money, it becomes a problem. I know a couple of women is in that situation today, and they find that their marriage is more of a prison for them. And and one of the husbands I know personally, when he was at his highest making the big bucks, but then he got sick. And then he got depressed. So he's been getting back into formation now, but he had a stroke. And it took a lot out of him as a person just to sit there and let his wife provide for him. It wasn't until the children stepped in that he knew something was off. Because in his mind, he was the same old, and he at times showed that. But they had to come to their dad and say, hey, Dad, look, we're old enough to know better now. You need to treat Mom with some respect. Because she is the breadwinner. She did struggle with you, and she was there. Now she at a point where you got to do more. We knew you were sick, and we on that. And they got adult kids. They got kids like 20 something. None of their kids are in the house. But they felt like he was arguing with their mom unjustly. Especially when majority of her money is going to the house, because he did get unemployment and he did get benefits from being sick, but they run out when you're on them for long periods of time. And he wasn't disabled to the point where he can get his disability. So yes, it's a lot. It really makes the man feel inferior to the woman, and no man can sit in a situation and deal with that, especially when it comes to our society, not just the Nigerian side. Although, and not to say that I've never met a Nigerian man with a small ego. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pick on Nigerian men, but I've never met a Nigerian man with a small ego. No. So them being in the house and letting their wife provide for them, and them and her thinking that that's she gonna say what she wanna say. No ma'am. No sir. So let's continue.
It's too much work. Too much. Constant reassuring. Look at Mrs. Falanshaw Alakija at 72. She was the richest black woman in the world at the time. She had to divorce her husband at age 72. Do you want to tell me that power and control and all those dynamics of hypogamy, being more successful, didn't come into that situation? I don't believe so. See, it's good for women to have their own money, but it is of utmost importance for a man to have his money.
Okay, so a 72-year-old woman divorcing a husband, that's a lot. And they've been together for decades, not just years. So that had to be, she was the richest woman at 72, and she left her husband. So that's a lot. That's like, that's a lot. But when it comes to what she's talking about now, I feel that a woman should never be comfortable living with a man and 100% financially dependent on him. That's why we got so many women that now into social media and now doing social media as a part-time gig. Not just so she can help out, so financially she can be just a little bit more independent. And this is why I'm always 50-50 when it comes to women being in the house and not having any income or any say towards income. Even with a tread wife, they have made TikTok and social media their business and their job. So they're not just on there showcasing how to make cereal like Nora. They're actually making money off the things that they do. So that should be something. But let's get back to the video.
But it is of utmost importance for a man to have his money. For a man to be able to say, I got this. When it falls on you as a woman, even if you're happy doing it, it's going to be difficult long term. Sustaining it is going to be hard. So there are a lot of men out there today, maybe because of the economic situation of the country in Nigeria and across Africa, that they are looking for women in the abroad to marry. Hypogamy does not favor women. I'm not saying that it's all the men that marry from the abroad are not good, but going by the stories that we've seen on this platform, especially the ones that are very broke, no job, no income, no real skills, nothing. If they are professionals, for instance, and you are a professional here, then the chances are, when you get married, they can even come here and have something to do. But when they have nothing to do, you are their meal ticket. And this one already had the baggage of a previous marriage and 3 whole children. For you, that has never been married, no child. It's a lot of baggage. So I think women need to be very, very careful when you are going through these situations, because unfortunately, as much as you want to help, you want to build somebody up, it never ends well. In most cases, it never ends well. A lot of people are desperate. And you never really know people when you date from afar. So, ladies, I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, right? People, let me tell you something. You never really know the character of a person until they have money. Some broke people are not humble because they are broke. They are not humble in nature. It is the poverty that has humbled them. So be wary of people who you say, they are very humble, they are very nice, and our values are lying. It's because they are broke. Let them see small money. If they see small change, you will be shocked.
So, the fact that she said that based on the circumstances of money, some men are not humble. It is the truth. I've known plenty of people after they hit $10,000, $5,000, $50,000, they feel like they can just buy whatever they want. And then I've met people that hit 100K, 200K, and I mean lotto or some sort, and they felt like they didn't have any money at all, and they just was like, I'm going to put this to the side for emergencies. So, and I know people that had lawsuits and got a lot of money. Money changes a person's opinion of anything, including every situation. It actually does. Like, the way some people see $1,000 is so different. Like, some people feel like $1,000, if I had $1,000, it wouldn't be nothing. I'd just leave it in the bank. Some people feel like if I have $1,000, oh my God, I just hit the lotto. So even $100 can be a difference. I have a friend, we think like if I have $100 bill and I break it, it's like a 20. And my friend said I treat it like a 20. Let me say that. I'm not going to say I treat it like a 20 because 100 is still 100 to me. But because I like to shop, and I shop a lot of different places, $100 is like, it can be multiple items or it can be one item. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because in my state of mind, this is the norm. Sometimes 100 to me is just that, 100. But sometimes it's like, oh, I got 100. Especially when I'm on a no-buy. I can make 100 stretch. But when I'm shopping and spending money like that, it's just 100, dog. So it depends on where I'm at in my state of mind. But it is true. Money do changes people. And based on how a person was raised and how they are with the money is how they would portray themselves, and their characteristics will come out. So
yeah, while it is not always easy to find the man of your dream in the abroad because we are a minority here, I encourage women date outside your race. Okay? If God is able to grant that and you are able to meet somebody like that, fine. But it doesn't have to be a Nigerian man. It doesn't have to be a particular tribe. Just be open-minded. You never know. Okay? But this struggle of, as we call it, hypogamy of women going to marry and bringing men abroad, especially men, no skills, little or no education, a whole baggage of other children from previous marriage, and they are broke, really debt broke. My sis, roll that out because it might not just end well for you. May God give us wisdom.
I'm going to end it right there. She went on and said some other stuff, but I'm going to give my final thoughts because I don't want this video to be over 30 minutes. Yes, ladies, be careful of how you date. Be cautious and considerate of everything. Have boundaries when it comes to getting married. Know what a person financial is, because marriage is such a big step. And one of the things she did say at the beginning of this video, that it's one and done. You're not supposed to be getting married twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Even though I was married before I met my husband a long time ago, I did leave my first marriage for financial reasons also. So that should let you know. And it wasn't going to work. So when you want to be a woman of value, and then you have to, because Tyler Perry, he did a video, which I might link down below. He did a video about how if you are a CEO of a company or some type of woman in a manager position and you date a bus driver, and all he can pay is what, an $80 light bill, $100 light bill, you should accept that. You should accept that type of man. And I said it in that video, and I'll say it here. Tyler Perry is a provider. He's on a level where he can provide for multiple women if he wanted to. So why should we as women accept a man that can't even provide us with the basics? At least 50-50, my nigga. At least 50-50, like Gabrielle Union and her husband. But Gabrielle Union could afford to go 50-50. A lot of us can't really afford to go 50-50, especially me, because I shop a lot. But that's defeat the purpose. But I'm just being honest. When you know what you want as a woman, set your boundaries. Don't compromise on things that you want that you don't see your partner has. Especially if that's a hard compromise for you. Like, you don't want to go to work for 60 hours a week. And you might have to do that with a guy that cannot financially support the family on his, or not even on his own, just financially can't contribute. And she said 80 amount. I'm thinking 80 is a lot. That means 20%. If you count a mortgage, insurance, credit cards, food and groceries and utility bills, 80% of, let's just say a number, $6,000 for the house. 80% means that you're only contributing $1,200. As a wife, $1,200. It depends on how much your husband make though. Because if my husband making $70,000, $80,000 a year, $5,000, $6,000 ain't nothing a month. But if my husband is only making 48,000 in America is average. That's about how much they make now. Just a regular smuggler. So as you can see, that's about $4,000 a month. And y'all expenses is $6,000. You get the difference? You prefer your husband to eat up all of his income just so you can say you are a housewife, just so you can say your husband taking care of you. It don't make no sense. So marry who you love, one, but make sure you're loving the person for the right reasons, and on top of that, make sure all of your T's and your I's and your question marks are taken care of. Because in reality, you would be in that relationship. No one else. So you guys, thank you for coming to my channel. That was my closing remarks. I'm hitting it. Are y'all not proud of me? I've been knocking out these videos like really bad and editing and everything. And I appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out. I just want to say this has been the craziest ordeal. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I'm doing all these videos and having a video come out once a day. I know, right? Trust me, it's a lot. So I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you. And like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share, because the reason why we're growing is because that's what you guys do. Have a good day.